had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all those lonely nights and heartbreaks. And I feel misplaced without you. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to, never wanted to end it like we did. I guess shit happens for a reason, but it's like something feels different from back then. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to, honestly I'm open wide. I don't feel like waking up without you by my side. I still see your silhouette. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to your bedroom? I had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all my slip-ups and mistakes. And I'm just pointless without you. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to, never wanted to end things like we did. I'm sorry for all those promises I made you that I couldn't keep, but it's like something feels different from back then. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back?
Okay, you guys, so I just dropped the girls off at my grandma's house. I'm feeling so pregnant. I am 25 weeks tomorrow, so I'm like feeling like a big round ball. But I just want to show you my snacks real quick. I have a whole thing of dark chocolate in my purse. I stole some Cheetos from my grandma's house. I have some Fruit Loops. And these are originally for Andrea, so I don't eat raisins, but maybe if like my blood sugar drops. I have my hand sanitizing wipes. I have extra ponytails, my hand sanitizer, my Tylenol, my lipstick, my my credit card or my cards and my money. But yeah, so it is 9:30 right now. We are on our way to Dr. Stossel, who is my high-risk doctor, and going to have an ultrasound done, and then he is going to double check and give a second opinion about my my placenta, not my cervix, my placenta, because it is curved, so it's like circumvallate placenta, whatever you call that. Which Dr. King, my regular OB, so like I said, I'm seeing two. So one is a high risk and who does like all my ultrasounds. The other one is my normal OB who is following along monthly, and he's the one that's going to be delivering my baby. So I see him tomorrow. So I'm seeing Stossel today, who's my high risk. We're going to go do an ultrasound, check baby's growth and everything like that. And then we are going to see Dr. King tomorrow just for my monthly checkup, hear the baby's heartbeat, check my weight, blood pressure, and all that. So we have a couple appointments going on. I'm just leaving 30 minutes early to give myself a little bit of time because my grandma actually lives more north of the place than we do. So I just wanted to make sure I had enough time to get there and not rush. So that's what we're up to. I dropped Liam off this morning. Woke up early, got ready, made some cinnamon rolls for a quick breakfast for all of us. Usually Liam eats at school, but because I had to take the girls to my grandma's, I was like, I'm just gonna make everybody something really quick, excuse me, because we usually eat when we get home after dropping Liam off. So I made something really quick, and yeah, got really ready really quick. I wanted to straighten my hair, but it is what it is. So that's what we're up to. I'm just gonna take this little drive, put some music on, and just chill. Okay, so I get to do my fun little urine sample, but feeling so big today, you guys, it's not even funny. Like, look at this. Oh my gosh, I'm only 25 weeks. I feel like I keep forgetting I'm almost 7 months, so, but yeah, we're feeling pretty large.
Honestly, I'm open wide. I don't feel like waking up I still see your silhouette. Why don't we go back to your bed?
Alright, you guys, so I just spoke with the doctor. Sorry, I'm so thirsty. I was in there for a while. You saw I was hooked up to the monitor. I have extra fluid, which is really not much because he said that it's supposed to be like in the 26th percentile and I'm in the 28th percentile, so I don't really know why I was put on the monitor since it's really not that much. I guess they just wanted to make sure I wasn't having contractions, and she's like, you feel your belly tightening at all? And I'm like, well, I've been feeling that since probably before like 10 weeks, so yeah, I'm having Braxton Hicks this whole pregnancy. And so I spoke with him, just briefly going over what we said because everything's still the same. He just wants to make sure that my placenta is not like an issue, I guess, because we went over my past history with Layla and Andrea, and he asked me, have you had any issues with your placenta before? And I was like, well, yeah, because I had a hemorrhage and a DNC with Layla, and there was retained placenta and yada yada yada. And I said there was retained placenta for all 3 pregnancies and deliveries. So he's like, well, we're gonna do an ultrasound in 4 weeks. So I go back in 4 weeks again. I've never had this many ultrasounds except for with Andrea, so, and there's nothing wrong, so I don't really know why there's so many that we have to get done. But so I have to go back in 4 weeks to have an ultrasound done again. Excuse me. Check baby's growth, check my amniotic fluid again, check my outer lining of my placenta just to make sure that it's not abnormal. I guess there's like blood vessels or something. And to be honest with you, I'm not trying to downplay this doctor or downplay like what could be wrong with my placenta, because if this is what happened with Layla, you know, it can be serious. I almost died, not even being dramatic. But I had to have 2 units of a blood transfusion, and he was just like so dramatic. Like, I had to see him with, I don't even know if I saw him with Layla, but I had to see him specifically with Andrea because of all her defects and like all of her issues that she was having with like the like in utero, and I wasn't having any issues, but I just didn't get a good vibe from him when I saw him with Andrea, and I still didn't get a good vibe with him with this baby and this appointment. I just felt like he was just overplaying everything. He's like, we have to make sure that you're delivering at a hospital that has a lot of units of blood, and you know that we're making sure that your blood count is up. And yeah, of course you gotta make sure your blood count is up when you're pregnant and delivering, because you have a lot of blood loss when you are having a baby. So I was like, okay, I am anemic right now. He's like, oh, are you taking any supplements? And I'm like, no, because I go see my regular OB tomorrow. I haven't seen him since I had the test done. And he's like, okay, so just make sure like you're having a healthy diet, you know, yada yada, stuff that I already know. My cyst that I had on my left ovary, my left ovary has grown. So the first time I had it, I think it was like 2-something centimeters. Then in the second ultrasound I had, it shrunk. This time now it's like almost 2 centimeters. So it's definitely grown, which they said can with my pregnancy hormones. So I'm not too shocked about it, but they were like, have you had any pain over there? And I was like, no, I've actually had pain on the right side, but it could be around ligament pain because I'm freaking stretched out. Like, I feel huge. I can't get out of bed. I feel like a turtle. And I told him, I was like, I'm short of breath. I said, but the baby is now breech. The baby's been head down this whole pregnancy, and today the baby is breech. And I even told my husband, I was like, the last week I just can't breathe. And I know with Layla, when she was breech, God, my voice. And I know with Layla, when she was breech, I couldn't breathe. Which she was breech up until like 36, 37 weeks, which sucked. So I'm hoping this baby moves back to head down and we don't have the same issue, because it seems like I have a lot of the same things going on that I have with Layla's pregnancy now, and it's kind of like a little bit worrisome because I almost died with her. So, not even being dramatic, and I shouldn't be laughing about that, but I'm just like, I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna go see Dr. King tomorrow and everything's gonna be a-okay, because he is been in like OBGYN for 40 plus years, so I really trust him, and he was amazing with my pregnancy with Andrea. He's been amazing this whole time. He did such a good job, you know, delivering. I didn't have any issues, but he just made sure there was like 5 nurses in my room when I delivered, probably more than that, I don't know. There was like people coming in and out, but I had a great staff when I had Andrea, so I'm really lucky. And I'm delivering at a trauma center, so if something does happen, I know they'll be on top of it. And I'm sorry, it's really bumpy on this road, but there's really not much else going on. I have everything else the same. My blood pressure was 110/66, so still on the lower end, still normal though. My weight, yeah, I slowed down my eating, but I've gained another 10 pounds. I'm 147 pounds. And I did talk to him about my glucose, because my glucose levels do go really low. I guess, I don't know why. They are, the first time I had them checked, they pricked my finger at his office and they were 71, I think, or like in the 70 or 70. And then this time that Dr. King did like my full anemia and like blood work and full workup and everything, they came back 61. So I think my blood sugar is actually dropping right now. I'm starving. So I need to like get home and eat some like food and some sugar, or a healthy balanced diet apparently, which I mean, I guess because I'm gaining a lot of weight, but I didn't think I was eating that much. So that's pretty much the situation for today, and then I go see Dr. King tomorrow. So I'll have more information tomorrow, or the same information. We'll just get his input on everything. But baby looks great. So I guess went breech.
Okay, put that much on.
And I wondered why I couldn't breathe.
Cold.
Okay, so I'm in the road because Liam has early out today, and I didn't know how quickly I was going to be out of that doctor's appointment, because the last time I was at Dr. King, I was there for like 3 hours just because he had like emergency C-section and stuff. So anyways, pretty much everything's the same. His scale showed I gained 12 pounds, and I do have extra amniotic fluid, which he said could be a cause of some of the weight gain. But I also told him that like my feet are starting to swell a little bit more, because they didn't swell this early on with Andrea. With Liam they did. At like 5 months they started swelling. I said my calves are getting a little bit bigger. He's like, well, you're probably just retaining a lot of water. So he didn't really say anything. He's like, as long as your blood pressure is good and there's no protein in your urine, we don't have to worry about preeclampsia, which is good news. So I don't have any of that. But I did tell him, like, I've cut back on my eating. I said I used to eat, like, my 3 meals a day, and then I would go and eat another meal, like, when the kids would go to sleep, and then I would have my chocolate chip milk and cookies. I said I would have a snack, so I was like, I was eating a lot. I said, but I've cut back so much that I thought I was going to be safe to not have this much of a weight jump. And he was like, well, you probably just need to cut back a little bit more. He's like, you're probably better off, if it's a sweet, to not put it in your mouth, to stay away from it. He's like, just eat your normal foods, eat a healthy, balanced diet. So he kind of got on to me about my weight gain. So I really have to worry and work on, not worry, but I really have to work on that. He did say that Dr. Stossel, my doctor from yesterday, was telling me, or put it in his notes, and he got the notes from yesterday, that my placenta like could be too far into the it's shaking so bad, could be too far into my uterine wall, which could result in something called placenta accreta, which can be a very serious and pretty much life-threatening, you know, condition. If your if your placenta is too far into your uterus, you can have excessive blood loss. You can also have like retained placenta, which is not good. It can cause infection and everything like that. So I asked him about a C-section. He's like, why would you need a C-section? And I was like, well, I don't know if like I would need a C-section because you would have to get it all out. And he's like, no, we would be able to go in there and, you know, do, if you wanted to do a vaginal birth, I don't see like the issue why you wouldn't be able to do that. So I was like, okay, that's good news, because I really don't want a C-section unless it's like easier for me to, you know, give birth and everything that way. So everything's just pretty much the same, like I told you guys yesterday. So I just really need to watch my weight and what I eat, apparently, and I guess elevate my feet. He's also giving me another prenatal. He's prescribing me a prenatal and an iron supplement because my blood count was a little bit low. He said it could be better, so I have to go and get that. I have to pick that up from the pharmacy later. And I have to do blood work for my sugar levels and another blood count. He wants to make sure it's not getting worse in 3 weeks, so a week before I go and see him again. So I go back in 4 weeks. So I'm going back the same day. Finally got the same day as Dr. Stossel's appointment. So I see Dr. Stossel in a month from today at 10:30 in the morning, and then I go to Dr. King at 1:30. So we're good. I won't have to do 2 different days. But this Friday, I actually have to go and get my ultrasound of my heart done to, I guess, just get cleared to be able to give birth. But I'm like, okay, well, what if, I mean, I don't really have a choice to give birth. The baby's gonna come out regardless, so whatever. But yeah, that's Friday. But anyways, everything's so far so good. I'm going to Walmart right now to exchange this face wash. I used Neutrogena, but they didn't have my original like daily scrub. They had like a different kind of daily scrub for Neutrogena, and I used it this morning before I when I was in the shower before I got ready, and it made my face like really like sticky, like I don't know, it was really gross. So I'm gonna go and exchange it, and hopefully they'll have my original face scrub that I usually use, because I really like that one. And then Austin's actually on his way to a park right now with the girls, so I'm gonna go meet them after, and then we're gonna grab lunch. I'm really craving Chick-fil-A, but I know I probably shouldn't because I was told to watch my weight. And then Liam gets picked up in a couple hours because it's early out for whatever reason. I don't know why it's Wednesday and it's an early out, but I'm sure he's excited because when I was in school, early out days were like my favorite. But that's what we're up to, and I'm probably making spaghetti for dinner. Just something easy and simple. Trying not to do too big of meals this week, so that's what we're up to. Alright, so I went to Walgreens and got my new prenatals, but these are the ones that I was taking before. It's just the Prenatal Advanced Complete Multivitamin with Brain Support. And it's kind of funny because I was debating on getting the 30 or the 60 pack when I bought these, and I was like, oh, I'll just get the 60 because I'll get more, I'll save more money, you know, buying it in, I guess, a bulk, you could say. And I probably should have got the 30 because I've only gone through like a month or a little bit over a month. And then it comes with also this brain support. So you take 2 pills. So this is a white one, and then this is like a gel capsule. But this is my new one, Vitaful Ultra. It's a prenatal supplement with 200 milligrams of DHA, which I'm not too sure how much this one has already. Oh, it has 200. Okay, so this one still has 200 milligrams. And then this one is choline. So I think that's the only thing it has in here. So anyways, that is my new one. So it's just in like, it's not even in a bottle, but it's like in like these little pills. And I've never taken this one before, but it's just like a blue gel pill, little capsule, I guess you could pop in your mouth. And then I have my iron pill as well. So this is just a supplement. So this one is ferrous sulfate, 350 milligrams, or 325 milligrams. I don't want to show you my address. But, yeah, so it's just like a iron supplement. So this will be my new prenatal and my new iron supplement. So I will keep you guys updated on how I feel about these. Hopefully it'll give me some energy. I'm going to keep these just because I can use these once the baby's born if he doesn't want to keep me on those. And I can just use these as well, like, afterwards. So I'm going to keep these. They're not going to go to waste. But I will definitely keep you guys updated on how I feel with my new prenatals.